Hi, welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of June 2015. Please remember to check your rising sign and your moon sign. That will give you more information on the energies that you will be dealing with in the month of June. But let's start with this actual reading that we have in front of you, Scorpio. Um, you have in the challenge position the focus of your month, if you will, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a card that could represent someone from the fire signs. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It's also someone, beyond the actual sun sign. It's someone who has a very active mind, someone who is very creative, someone who perhaps, it's the type of person who is an idea person and has a million ideas, and their mind is always bubbling with a million ideas, but they have perhaps a little bit of they have a difficult time actually getting those ideas into action. There are idea persons, not action people, but there are great people to have on your side, to get new ways of doing things going, if you are the type of action person. Now, being that this card shows up in the position of the challenge, I would say this is the type of attitude that you need to have in the month of June, Scorpio. Have, I would say, much more ideas. I also think that this is someone who can walk into your life and will allow you to open doors. Why do I say this? Because you have in the center of the reading the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a card of someone who has literally the world on the palm of his hand. This is someone who has many options. Now, the interesting thing is that the king is also someone who has a position of power. And the Two of Wands is, someone who has that many options available to him, also has a certain degree of power. So this can very well be someone who has walked into your life in the previous month, Scorpio, and allow you to, perhaps with his ideas, get something in motion, and now you have many doors opening for you in the month of June. Finally, like something is finally paying out. Now, because you are a sign of water, you're not a fire sign. Now, here's the thing. All of this options and new possibilities and new power, if you will, that you have going on for you will bring some interesting energies to the table. Why do I say this? Because you have in the position of the help that you're going to receive the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is a card that, unfortunately, it talks about a theft. Okay, this is someone taking what does not belong to them. Usually, I see this as stealing things that are not tangible, because the swords is the element of air and it's mental. So it could be someone stealing your ideas. It could be someone, betraying you in some way. One thing that came to mind while I say stealing your ideas is that if this is someone who has walked into your life and say, hey, I got this awesome idea, let's do this, and then you brought more things into the table and you put your ideas also as well, be careful that this person doesn't take credit for your ideas, okay, for your work. So that's one thing of seeing this. Perhaps this doesn't exactly apply to this person, but you will definitely see the true colors of someone. Because it's a weird card, the Seven of Swords, to have it in the position of the help that you're going to receive. So I took an extra card, and you have the Moon card. The Moon card is, things come into light. Things will be revealed, the things that were in the shadows will start to become clearer. And definitely, I would say, this is something you will find out about people that have been for a longer period of time in your life. It's not someone that just show up yesterday, you know. Now, what you cannot change in the month of June, Scorpio, is that you will have to be feisty. You know, the Nine of Wands is a card that talks about someone who has been to many battles. He's actually hurt, but he's still waiting for the next one, the next one to come. And this is what you won't be able to avoid in the month of June. Many other signs will have a much, a month where they have to go inward. Your month is actually quite the opposite. You will have to be very feisty and very proactive, okay? And in the end of the month, you will have to actually make a decision regarding this source theft sort of thing, because you have in the outcome card the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is a card that talks about having to make a decision, but you're kind of like on a standstill. The swords are crossed. You don't really know where to go. It's a bit of a battle of the mind against the heart, because you have the water and the moon at the back, so that's the emotions, and the swords is the mental element. So I don't believe this is something you will be able to sort out in the month of June. I think this is something that you will have to look into the next month. That is why I also believe it's not someone who just came into your life. I believe this is something not that comes as a shock, but more like something you didn't want to see before. Okay, and now it's kind of like it's too obvious to ignore, and you will have to make a decision. So this is why you have to maintain this proactive, feisty attitude throughout the month of June, Scorpio. So thank you for listening and for watching, and I hope this is helpful. And I want to thank everyone who supports this channel. We're almost reaching 1 million views, so thank you so much, and I will see you in the reading for next month.